Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Monday morning. Yep, starting another work week. Monday morning. It is the 14th day of April 2025. This is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office. And as I look out the window, it is a bright and sunny morning. It's going to be a beautiful day with valley temperatures topping out in the 80s once again, well above average. But average at this time of year is a little deceiving because we can be all over the place in the month of April. We can have daytime highs in the 50s with rain, and we have highs in the 90s, but the average comes out to around 73 right now for this time of year, and we will be above that. We are going to see some changes this week, including some interesting skies we're going to be seeing in the Sierra, especially over the afternoons as we go through the middle part of this week. I'll get to that in just a minute. But what I want to start with this morning is a headline that caught my attention over the weekend, and I want to explain a little bit about it just in case you saw it, and kind of explain a little bit more about what this means. I saw this headline: California drought has returned and it's already bad. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So let's see. Last week, I showed you the reservoirs. I showed you the snowpack. All really good. So we have water. We're going to have plenty of water. It's the third good year in a row. So what's the deal with this California drought has returned and it's already bad? All right. Well, I want to show you what this headline is referring to. And the headline, of course, is deceptive. Add your own thoughts there. The headline is deceptive. And what it's referring to is this here. This is the U.S. Drought Monitor. And I've never been a real big fan of this product, but what this shows, and I'll tell you why I'm not a fan of this product. But what this shows is here's California, and there are some areas that are in this light yellow is what they call abnormally dry. D1 is moderate drought, and then you go down here to the southern part of the state, and this is extreme drought. And these areas didn't see much rain over the course of the winter. We saw the rain in Northern California, but storm after storm went by here without producing much in the south. And so what they're referring to is when they say California is already in drought, well, what they really mean is extreme Southern California, forgetting the fact, of course, that California is a big state. The other thing that this product, to me anyway, doesn't adequately capture is that California is different from other parts of the country. And other parts of the country, if it doesn't rain for a month, you're going to be in a drought. 6 weeks, 2 months without rain, you're going to be in a drought. If we go 2 months without rain in Northern California, it's called summertime. Happens every year. Our water and our water supply is more dictated by how much water is in the reservoirs, how much water is in the snowpack. And to me, this U.S. Drought Monitor never really adequately captures that. I've seen example time after time, year after year, where it will show that we are in drought, where it's in springtime and farmers can't get into the fields because everything is so wet. But yet this monitor will say that we're in drought. So what the U.S. Drought Monitor's looking at and what their parameters are for drought are different from what we may see on a local level. And they even reference that local conditions may vary. But I just wanted to explain that in case you saw that headline that California is already in drought, that one, they're missing the fact that California is a huge state. If they said that Southern California or extreme Southern California is in drought, that'd be more accurate. And also, again, this product does not adequately describe our water storage and how well we're doing in terms of water storage and the fact that we will have adequate water to get us through our upcoming dry season. So I hope that helps you out a little bit in case that A, you saw that headline, or B, you see something about this drought monitor. And in all my years in television, I never used this product because I never really liked what behind it. All right, I didn't think it adequately described our water situation. We have better resources for that, as I said, reservoirs and snowpack. All right, let's get on to our weather. And for that, I'm going to start with the 500 millibar chart today because, well, I didn't get a good satellite picture this morning. I usually like to show you the satellite, but not this morning. So what we're going to look at today is this little feature down south. A little cutoff low developing. We've been watching this thing on the models over the last week or so, and it keeps showing these things, and yeah, eventually the models get it right, but they're very difficult to describe and show and model 10 days out. But if you look at this low here, and you'll see the flow around it, you can see the flow comes up from the south and then from the east. And there is going to be a little bit of moisture with this. So that means that in the valley, in the lower elevations, we could see some cloud cover. But now that we're in this time of year, we could have enough moisture and enough instability to perhaps cause some afternoon showers and thunderstorms in the Sierra. And then this pattern behind it through the middle part of the week. I'm just going to scroll up. Yeah, so this is Wednesday night, Thursday. This flow from the north will also drop temperatures, probably back closer to average as we go through, let's say, Wednesday and Thursday, with highs staying in the 70s and maybe a bit of a north breeze as well. And then after that, temperatures begin to warm back up, but maybe not as warm as what we will see today and again during the day tomorrow. So let's look at the HRRR. And is this the HRRR? No, that's the NAM. Where did I put the HRRR? Here's the HRRR. Okay. So today, this model does not show anything popping up in the Sierra. There may be some afternoon clouds. We saw that over the last couple of days, but nothing in the way of rain. But then we get into the day on Tuesday, and look at that. This would be showers and thunderstorms, and if the skies are right, we could be clear perhaps over the valley, and then you look to the Sierra and you see those big towering clouds, and it would be afternoon showers in the Sierra. And that, again, that's on Tuesday afternoon, and then they dissipate. And then if you look at the NAM, it shows it both today, Tuesday, which is right here, that's Tuesday at 5 p.m., and then it shows it again on Thursday right here, I should say on Wednesday rather, and then on Thursday everything dries out as that flow turns to the north and everything dries out. So we may see some afternoon thunderstorms over the next couple of days, especially Tuesday and Wednesday over the high Sierra, and it may provide some interesting skies. And again, with that flow turning to the north, we will see a turn to some cooler weather on Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe even into Friday. Fine for anything outdoors. And again, these showers and thunderstorms that we're looking at would just be confined to the higher elevations. So for those of you that work outdoors or just want to get some things done outdoors, there's no worry about any rain for the valley or the foothills or the Bay Area or any place like that. So we will be dry other than the crest of the Sierra. Well, maybe even all the way down to 5,000 feet. Maybe we'd see a shower at 5,000 feet, but it'd be 5,000 feet and higher. Okay, that's everything I've got for you this morning on this Monday. Relatively quiet, but yeah, the thing about drought kind of bugged me. So I hope that explanation helped. If you have any thoughts about that, leave them in the comment section, because I always read those and I try to respond to as many as I can. So if you have any comments about that, just let me know. That's everything I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.